Hola guys and girls and welcome to week 7 of the GBA. We are facing the San José Sharpedos, coached by none other than Tom or Tom Z1272. No idea what these numbers means, but they are there, so yeah. But that's his channel name. Go check it out, link in the description. But yeah, if you watched my team builder, this match is actually in that way important that I can potentially grab a playoff spot if I win right here, depending on how Nick, Dan and Mono play. I could grab one of the wildcard spots right here, so it's not fully in my hands, at least not yet. But either way, I have to win right here because, yeah, I have a 2-4 record, looking not too well for me right now. My prediction is that with like a 7-5 record, you can still make playoffs, so I can only afford to lose one more time. And yeah, I don't plan on doing that. 8-4 is the record I'm going for right now, so we have to win versus Tom right here. He's not doing too well himself. He came from 2 rather big losses versus John and Envy. So, yeah. I will, sorry for Tom, but I'm here to continue that streak. So, before we go into team matchup and all this good stuff, the usual shoutouts at the beginning of my video. First of all, shout out to Isaac and Kino for the beautiful art you see on the channel, be it the layout, be it the thumbnail. Both respectively from these two guys, link of their Twitter and stuff will be in the description. And then shout out, of course, for Juan for joining this team for me. He is in the PPL, which is actually starting pretty soon. I think right after the GBA, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely check that out. And as last, of course, the RhyQuinn for recording this match for me. He's not the PPL anymore, but he's still a great streamer and great YouTuber. All his links will be in the description as well, so you can check these guys out. So, team matchup, there we go. First of all, my team, if you want to know more in detail what my team is all about, what his threats are, what my preparation for it are, why I have this set, why I have this move, I actually upload the team builder like I do close to every week, barring last video because I had some time issues. Link for that will be in the description so you can check that out. And for all which don't have the time for that, a quick rundown. First of all, physical defensive mass split with Grass Knot, Ice Beam, Thunder Wave and Stealth Rock. Then mixed defensive with Power Round with Scald, Heal, Wish and Protect. Then Assault Death Shaman with Seed Flare, Giga Drain, Earth Power and Hidden Power Ice. Rock Polish, Yachi, Berry, Landorus with Earth Power, Hidden Power Ice, Iron Tail and Rock Polish of course. Metal Coat, Scizor with Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Knockoff and Superpower. And as last for Cornberry Crawdon with Crab Hammer, Aqua Jet, Crunch and the Superpower. Looking at his team, he brought the Jellicent, the Arcanine, the Cobalion, the Starmie, the Sylveon and the Mamoswine. Basically what I thought he would bring, like there's not too much I could cross out right from the start, so I was prepared for much stuff, but one thing I'm very happy to not see are the Tyrantrum and the Mega Redactro. I have no Scarf on my team, so Mega Redactro would actually outspeed my whole team. I would have to rely on my priority in Crawdon and Scizor to kill that thing, and Tyrantrum. Like I said, I have actually no head smash resistance. Like, I have no rock resistance. My steel type is still part bug type, so it's still hit neutral. My ground type is part flying, so it's still hit neutral. So I have no resistance to head smash. Very glad to see that. Takes a lot of pressure off of my Scizor, which I basically had to bring to check his offensive mons, because offensively Scizor is not the best with this team, barring these few mons, which it checks pretty well. And yeah, Jellicent, I'm guessing Cobbleberry to deal with my Crawdon with like Will-O-Wisp, Scald, Recover, and then last move, I don't know, Taunt, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, something like that. Next up, Arcanine, probably physical defensive as well. I'm cracking with a Rocky Helmet to deal with my Scizor. Then Cobalion, probably his Stealth Rocker, if it's not Mamoswine. He brought the utility Cobalion a lot of times, like Taunt, Volt Switch, Stealth Rock, all this good stuff. The Cobalion can still do a lot of things, maybe utility, maybe more offensive. I will have to find out. Then Starmie, same with Starmie, maybe more bulky, rapid spinish, or just straight offensive life hop. I could see both. Sylveon, I'm pretty much expecting an offensive Sylveon because my only fairy resist is 4 times weak to fire, so he only needs to click HP fire on the spec Sylveon once, and I'm basically screwed. And as last, Mamoswine. I don't know what kind of Mamoswine. I think he has to bring at least one Scarfer because I have the Mega Alakazam. So maybe Scarf Mamoswine, maybe Scarf Starmie, maybe Scarf Cobalion, maybe Scarf Arcanine, maybe Scarf Sylveon, but that won't be fast enough for Mega Alakazam either way. So yeah, probably Scarfed, maybe Sash Lead, something like that, Life Orb, Nevermelt Ice, something like that, definitely offensive, you know, Earthquake, Ice Shard, Ice Crash, and then one coverage move, probably Superpower or Knockoff, something like that. But yeah, that is the team of his, and yeah, for the lead matchup, in close to all his matches, he led with his Cobalion, so I'm very much fine just leaving for Mesprit and Thunderwaving that thing, and after that getting a Maroc, stuff like that. Other potential leads are the most lead I can see on his part is the Mamoswine. I can just Grass Knot this thing right away, probably 2-hit KO it, and then repeat to go to Stealth Rocks, because I doubt he will sack that. But yeah, that's I said, Mesprit will be my lead. I can basically deal with close to everything versus Jellicent. I can just straight switch into these, the Scenic, my Shaman. Versus Arcanine, I would Thunder Wave the thing first, or just straight get a Marox, one of the two. Versus Starmie, I would have a bit more trouble, but I think I would just go for Thunder Wave, but he probably would be actually Cure, so I don't know. And Sylveon is just a huge threat. I hope he doesn't need a Sylveon. Okay, let's start the match. Tom is issuing a challenge in a few seconds. There we go. Tom is issuing a challenge, and yeah, like I said, I decide to lead with my Mesprit. He decides to lead with Killer Frost, his Mamoswine. So I'm very much fine with that. One of the two leads I predicted, and I just straight Grass Knot this thing. I don't care if it's Foico Sash or something like that. He straight goes to a knockoff. Show it's not even doing over 50%, so he can't 2-hit KO me. Gets rid of my leftover sadly, but I can just go for the Grass Knot, doing a lot of damage with this thing, and that's actually pretty little damage for the Mamoswine. So I'm expecting maybe Scarf with a much HP investment, because it doesn't need much. I don't know, that's what I'm assuming right here, but yeah, I just go for Stealth Rock. There's no way he's just sacking his Mamoswine right from the start just to get damage on my Mesprit. So I get my rocks right here, and yeah, he goes on Sylveon. I don't want to risk going into Scizor right away, so I was breaking the HP Fire. So I go into my Vaporeon, breaking the HP Fire, or if he goes for Hyper Voice, Vaporeon is my general sponge on the team right now, because he mixed offensive stuff like that, so I could then see if it's really offensive stuff like that. He goes for the Baton Pass, making him think it's probably a choice Specs variant, because that's really good with my team, and Baton Pass for Momentum, that's pretty nice. He goes for Throw Jelly. I have a free switch into my Sonic, the Shaman. I don't have Toxic, I can't touch this thing, so I have to go into my Shaman right here, but it's a very safe switch. He can't do anything. He goes for the Taunt, showing that he has that. So good play on this part, because usually I would have run Toxic, but I have Scenic right here. And here I just can click Seed Flare. He has nothing that wants to take a Seed Flare on his team. I can just click that button and see if I can get a drop on something, or get a lot of damage on something, basically. So I just, Scenic, Seed Flare, let's see what happens. I hit, that's one good part of that. And the White Canary, I was thinking offensive, so it will do a lot. This proves to me it has a good HP investment, but not much, but I get the drop. And that means I can just drop one more Seed Flare on his ass, and yeah, basically get a huge amount of damage on it, because either way I would have killed the Sylveon, or I get a huge hit on something else. He decides to go into Swoofles to resist my Seed Flare, but after Rocks, and after Seed Flare damage, he's below 50%. He will get his leftovers, but that is still Earth Power range from my Shaman, so I just click that nice and Earthquake button right down on my DS to kill this thing. He indeed decides to stay in, like you can see. I go for the Earth Power. No damage, no, by the way, he's physically defensive, so I knew this Earth Power would kill. Barring he had a Sugar Berry, but he had leftovers, so Arcanine goes down. That opens a lot for my Scizor, and Scenic is taking the first victim of his Rampage right here. He goes on the Starmie, and let me pause it right here before you see what I do. I decided to stay in here. Like, he brought in Starmie, so he has to have something to hit me. He has to have Ice Beam. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. He could have Signal Beam too, I think, but Ice Beam is of course a stronger move. If he's straight offensive with like a Life Orb, I can take this thing. Like, it doesn't even 2-hit KO me if he's timid Life Orb, and I will kill him with a Giga Drain if he's offensive. If he's more bulky, I probably can't KO him with a Giga Drain, but he will do so little damage with the Salt Blast, and with the Giga Drain I will get enough HP so I can easily take the next hit as well. So I just decided to go for the Giga Drain, staying in, not caring what this Star wants to throw at me because of my Salt Blast. He indeed goes for the Ice Beam. And like you can see from that damage, it does less than half. It does a pretty good amount, but still less than half. And you still the Life Orb, and that confirms gets Giga Drain and will be able to kill this thing. So I just go for a Giga Drain, kill the thing, get a lot of HP back, and Shaman already with 2 kills on the board. This little guy is already running Rampage on Tom's team. Right here, he finally goes into his Mamoswine. And let me pause it again. I won't pause again. I was fearing he could be Scarfed, like I said already. Then he did go into Starmie over Mamoswine in the first, but should have told me that he's not Scarfed, but I did not thought about that in the moment, and I did not, even if he was not Scarfed, I did not want to take an Ice Shot, because Shaman is just so good business team. I still need him to be like my best switch into Jellicent, because I don't care for Burns, I don't care for Ice Beast, I don't care for Scald, I don't care for Taunt. Scenic is like the best switch into that thing ever, and every time I go into Vaporeon, he has a free stitch into that thing, so I want to keep this thing. But yeah, mainly I was feeling the Scarf, and I don't want to take an Ice Crash like that. So I switch out right here into my Vaporeon, predicting the Ice move. versus my Sanic, because I don't think you want to predict versus my Shaman to just kill 2 of his mons. Usually you don't mess around with threats like that, so I don't think he would go for the Earthquake. He indeed goes for the Ice Shot, basically telling me, okay, he's not Tri-Scuffed. Okay, now I know he's not Tri-Scuffed, otherwise he could just have gone for the Icicle Crash. Oh, he doesn't not have Icicle Crash, which I very much doubt, because why would you not have Icicle Crash on a Scarf and Swine? I double here out because, like I said, Jellicent is a free switch to this thing. I don't want to grant this to this, so I double out into my Sanic, predicting the Jellicent. Sadly, he decides to stay in and go for the Earthquake, now definitely proving that he's not choiced. And yeah, but now I'm at 100 HP, and this means a max roll on Ice Shot will kill me. And yeah, like I said, Shaman is way too much worth to not to get stacked to an Ice Shot. So I go to my Master here because after an Ice Shot, I can take any other hit he can throw at me, but he gets a crit. So sadly, this doesn't apply anymore. I will die to this Icicle Crash. Without the crit, I would have been able to live a knockoff, live an Icicle Crash. But like you can see, he even gets another crit on Icicle Crash. So if he only would have gotten one, the not crit on Ice Shot wouldn't have mattered basically. But yeah, I lose pretty to 2 crits or like 1 crit. I don't know. He dies. So it's I lose 1 mon. I just go into my Scizor right here, go for the Bullet Punch, threaten this thing out, and like I said, I want to bluff the Choice Band with this thing, and I would click Bullet Punch either way as first move. If you watch my team builder, I go for the Bullet Punch, do a decent amount to the Jellicent, and right here I know, oh, you can see, I was already, that's sorry, Giraffe used Ute. What move could that be, possibly? But yeah, I refuse, I did decide to not bluff the Choice Band right here, because the switch into Shaman was so obvious. It's so obvious. I only switched one time into this. I tried to catch it on a double. It's way too obvious that I switched into my Shaman right here, and I don't want to, like, him going into Mamoswine again and stuff like that, and me having to decide again if I go into Vaporeon, he goes for Earthquake to it KOs me, blah blah blah. So I decide, okay, let's just reveal that I'm not Choice Band and go for the U-turn, so I can, if he switched out, I can still keep the momentum up. I'm definitely faster than this thing, so I'm not worried about the Willows or something like that. Yeah, I go for U-turn. He stayed in, probably going for Willows or something like that, and yeah, like I said, Shaman is the free switch into this thing. I don't have to worry about anything. And here comes Sonic once again on the field, and yeah, there's the Will-O-Wisp. Like a freaking Scald or Will-O-Wisp, something like that. Like, why would you taunt a Scizor if you have Jellicent in? So yeah, I decide to throw up a Giga Drain right here because I want health back to be in range, not be in range of an Ice Shot anymore from Mamoswine. That was kind of a mistake. I should have probably gone for the Seed Flare to get more damage on the things, but Seed Flare tend to miss, and rather get the safe damage and safe recovery than potentially no damage and no recovery. So I decided to go for Giga right here, do about 20% to this Cobalion. This proves to me this is an offensive Cobalion, no HP invested. He may be physical invested, or not specially invested, because I would have done more. But yeah, this is an offensive Cobalion, so I switch out right here into my Vaporeon, because one thing I want to do, I want to get a wish into my Shaman. I'm very low right now, I just healed the burn because of Natural Cure, and I want to wish into my Shaman. He goes for the Close Combat, not doing too much, but there, that's definitely a max attack Cobalion, max attack Jolly, that is. He doesn't show an item, so my first idea was maybe, I just paused it here so I can more talk, maybe this guy's Scarf, because like I said, I'm very convinced he has to bring like one Scarf to deal with my Mega Kazam. That's at least what I was thinking, because he doesn't have too much priority. He has Arcanine, which is defensive, and then he only has Ice Shot and Mamoswine. I don't think that is enough, because both don't OHKO me, which is, or don't do enough after rocks even to kill me. I mean, I did Broader Scarfer too for his like 155 base Mega, but my priority hits him too effectively, and I kill him after rocks and stuff like that. So, I mean, I would have brought a Scarf if I would be Tom. So I was thinking he would be Scarfed right here. He doesn't show an item, which basically makes me think that is indeed Scarf. But yeah, he switched right here. I just throw up a Wish. He probably goes to this Jellicent, and that's fine. That's the thing I want to bait out, because now I can get a Wish and then get the Wish to the Sanic, because this thing can't do anything to me. Even if he predicts now my Sanic switch, I still get the Wish into my little Hedgehog. So definitely worth it right here. I get some leftovers more on Vaporeon, and yeah. Like I said, I can't touch this thing, and I want to Wish into my Shaman to be at a great amount of health once again. So I just do that. There we go to Sanic, and let's see what he does. He may taunt again, predicting something, but he goes for the Hex actually. Revealing basically his full moveset, because I doubt he would not have Scald, and then it's like Hex, Will-O-Wisp, and Taunt. I get close to all my HP back, and I just drop another Seed Flare, and yeah, Roy Jelly is dead right now, and Shaman already having 3 kills on his back. This little guy at so much HP and already 3 kills, he's destroying Tom right now. Now he decides to go into his Cobalion, and after this Rocks damage, let me pause it right here. My thinking was, okay, he wants to get a close combat off, bring me in range of an Ice Shot from Mamoswine. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm assuming this most likely is Scarf. I can't kill him with Earth Power on this range. I could have killed him if he goes for close combat and gets the drop, but like I said, I don't want to be this low on my Shaman. because I still want to be able to take an ice shot from Mammoth basically. And Shaman, he did so well. Like, I want to go out with at least the 3-0 record out of this match. I'm maybe a bit greedy right here, but I decided to switch out into my Vaporeon, because he could take the hit decently well last time. So, probably this time again. So, I go to my Vaporeon, and Tom actually decides to use that switch on me and go for the Swords Dance. And that is some scary business. That means a Vaporeon is dead right here. I just go for Scald in case he gets greedy and tries to set up more, and I can catch the bone or something like that. But yeah, Vaporeon is dead. Vaporeon is dead right now, and if I look at my team, nothing on my team outspeeds the Cobalion. The only thing I have to hit it and outspeed it are the 2 priority moves I have on Crawlon and on Scizor. Scizor's Bullet Punch is resisted. I have to rely on the Aqua Jet on Crawlon. But at -1 defense with close combat, Aqua Jet is not yet enough. I either have to force him to get another drop on his close combat on one of my mons, or I have to do what I will do, is going into my Mr. Man, because close combat will do little. Iron Head can't kill me. Iron Head at +2 does a maximum of 80%. He could get the flinch, to be fair, but I'd rather take the 70% chance that I can lift the hit, or lift the exchange with Cobalion, than just sacking him on and then kill with Crawlon. So I go to my Mr. Man and I click the Earth Power button knowing I can take an Iron Head, but he actually switches out after the match. I heard he thought I was Choice Scarf right here because I switched it in. I switched it in rather quick versus Cobalion, because once the Vaporeon was in, I was new, okay, this song is dead, what can I switch in next? So I was doing my cards and stuff, and I was very sure I can go into my Landorus right here. I go for the Earth Power, kill the White Canary, which he sacks off, and now he decides to go into his Mamoswine, and thinking that I'm Scarfed, he actually decides to not go for the Ice Shard and go for the Icy Crash or Earthquake. Think I will switch out, but yeah, I have the Yachiberry. I have no reason to switch out. Even if he goes for Ice Shard, I'm still not in range for an Iron Head versus Cobalion. And the only thing I have to do is worry that he doesn't set up. And yeah, this guarantees that he can set up. I can just go for another Earth Power right here. Like you can see, he will go for the Iron Head, and yeah, that shouldn't do much, like maybe 40%, but he gets a crit. At first I was worried, okay, goddammit, did I miss card first time? But yeah, that was a crit. Uses crit, that is, because I can just go for the Earth Power, kill the Braveheart, he did not flinch me, like you can see there. And yeah, that is the 4-0 victory actually versus Tom and the San José Sharpedos. A pretty big win for the Borussia Donphan. We are stepping it up right now. We got a big win versus MV. We got a very close loss, sadly, versus George, where we lost the coin flip, and another big win versus Tom right here. Sanic putting in the finest amount of work, getting 3 kills, not dying, and getting good damage on the decent damage on Cobalion. That is good damage on the Sylveon, and generally being a nuisance to his team. And then Landorus could just clean up the squad of the opponent, even though without not even going for the rock polish. So yeah, 3 kills for Landorus, 3 kills for Sonic. The dream team just got shared, very fair shared the kill right here. But yeah, nice and 4-0 win for Borussia Donphan. We are back on track. We are now 3-4, only one more win, and we are back at the neutral record. That's what we will aim next week versus Miguel. But still, for this week, definitely check out Tom. At least, even if you're not interested in Tom, there's still his side from this match on his channel, so definitely check that out. You can see his team builder, his thoughts, all this good stuff. So I always encourage you to watch the stuff of the other coaches, because, I mean, that's even what I do. So yeah, you should do that too, because people should do what I do. But yeah, if you like this all, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Like I already said, check out Tom, check out all the other guys I shout out at the beginning. Check out the GBA t-shirt shop and GBA Twitter. You can actually, with the code GBA15, you can save 15% off your t-shirt offer. So you can buy like a t-shirt from the Borussia Donphan, for example, or any other team in the GBA for 20 bucks. And yeah, I think that's all. I will see you next week for GBA, and yeah, ciao.